Manifestation, vision boards, manifesting the Lamborghinis, all that stuff. Now, I know when most people hear that word, manifestation, that's what they picture. Vision boards, chanting things, affirmations, rubbing crystals together and whatever, looking at the planets and seeing if they're in retrograde and whatnot, trying to attract things out of thin air. But I want to reframe it here. I want you to think of it a little bit differently. I'm going to put a little bit of a spin on it. I'm going to take a lot of the woo-wooey out of it. We're going to be a little bit more real talk. And I think it will align with a lot more people's views and understandings, okay? So, manifestation is not magic, okay? You're not a witch. You didn't cast the Hocus Pocus freaking Chanel bag spell, okay? It's basically the same. This is how I want you to think of it. Manifesting is the same thing as YouTube's algorithm or Instagram or TikTok, but I'm just going to use YouTube since I'm on YouTube. I'll continue down that path because obviously if you guys are watching on YouTube, you're familiar with it. So think about it. YouTube doesn't care what you say you want. You could tell it, hey, I want to see fitness content, right? I want to see fitness content, YouTube. I want to get in shape. But if you keep clicking on fast food reviews at midnight, guess what? That's what YouTube is going to show you. It's going to keep feeding you those fast food reviews. It's going to show up in your homepage in that For You section, right? It's because it takes cues from your behavior. It doesn't listen to what you're saying. So you can chant all you want about wanting to see fitness videos, but if you keep searching for junk food, that's what you're going to get. And life works the same way. The algorithm, let's just use that algorithm, right? The algorithm of your mind, your habits, your routines, it doesn't care about the vision you wrote down in a notebook or put on a vision board. Okay? It cares about what you feed it every single day. So if you say you want a stronger body, but you keep skipping the gym, you're training the algorithm to prioritize comfort over growth. If you say you want healthier relationships, but you keep chasing people who bring you chaos and drama, you're feeding your algorithm to expect more of the same. It doesn't care what you say. It really cares what you do. And if you think about your life as the YouTube homepage, you control what shows up there based on what you search. This is the same idea. And this is where people get frustrated. They'll say, I tried manifesting my destiny. It doesn't work. But what they actually did was wish for something. They were wishing for that future, that destiny, while feeding the algorithm the exact opposite. And just like YouTube, the system isn't broken. It's just following the data, okay? Like as a YouTube creator, Everybody's always talking about the algorithm hacks, how to hack the algorithm, how to, get the algorithm on your side. Well, the algorithm is just the audience. YouTube's job is to put the video in front of people that want to watch the video. That's all it is. So if you make content that people want to watch, boom, the algorithm sends it to those people. So when we think about our control over our homepage, it is up to what we feed the algorithm. And if you're anything like me, sometimes you'll be like scrolling along or whatever, and you see a video and you're like, that looks really interesting, but I don't want to click on it because I also don't want to get flooded. I don't want my home screen to get flooded with whatever this weird thing is. So like the curiosity makes me want to click it, but then at the same time, it's like, nope. I don't want to mess up my home feed. I don't want to deal with all that. So a lot of times I'll just scroll by it, or I'll have an alt account and I'll watch some of the weirder things on that. So that's why manifestation, it's really just about consistency. You don't just click on one video about discipline and suddenly your whole feed fixes itself, right? So let's say it was all just fast food reviews, and then you're like, no, I'm ready to turn over a new leaf. David Goggins, discipline, how to not be a bitch. Enter. I can now run 100K marathons. No, that's not the way it works, right? So just because you search up that one thing that one time doesn't make your whole feed change overnight. It's the same in life. One good decision isn't enough. You need to keep feeding the system over and over until it learns this is what we're about now. Right? Well, shit. Okay, maybe I don't like fast food reviews. Maybe I'm hitting the gym. Maybe I'm running. You do it enough times and there's no maybe anymore. Your algorithm is now, no, we are a gym bro and we go running. That's what we do. And your algorithm feeds you more of that content because it knows what you're about. And this is where it gets uncomfortable because it forces you to look at what you've been telling yourself and what you've been telling the algorithm. If you look at your daily habits, your search history, your conversations, your thoughts, what story are they telling? Do they match the life you say you want? Or are they telling the algorithm something totally different? The takeaway here is simple. Manifestation is a math equation. You don't get what you hope for. You get what you feed it consistently. So I want you to ask yourself, what are you clicking on in life? What are you reinforcing day to day? And is that actually the life you want to manifest? Or is it just a distraction that keeps you accidentally subscribed? I think a lot of people don't ask themselves that enough. We just consume. We just consume. So let me throw it to you guys. What do you think you've been feeding your personal algorithm lately? And is it something you want more of? Or is it something you should probably unsubscribe from? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it, love to chat about it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Seth. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you're still doom scrolling, check out one of these videos over here because I'm sure it's right up your alley. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.